Hello and welcome to another episode of the Co-op Survival. We are here on the llama because I have been doing some work off camera. But also, I'd like to go what we're doing today's episode. We are going to be starting work on the Llama Express station. We're finally going to do it, despite the fact that we've had this thing here for a while, not really being used. I haven't fully finished this, but we have an underwater tunnel that now has rails down. Oh my, why did I... Oh, hello. What's going on here? Is it offsetting me? Oh no. Oh wait, it's because the llama was facing this way. I think my hitbox went in the corner. For the lighting, there's currently just lanterns here, but I think I'm going to be using the respawn anchors as lighting down here. I don't really have an idea of how entirely I'm going to incorporate that, but I'm hoping it'll look nice. There's that. Also, we have been working hard. Look at all this. All mending on everything. I've even got another right pickaxe now. That is because Cece been doing work over here. I want to show this off real quick. Here's some llamas from the wandering traders that just happened to spawn up here. And we're getting a lot of villagers. A lot of them in there. Escaped ones around, apart from that one. Huh. Usually a lot more of them around. But down here, we have this nice little system that CC set up. That'll be on his channel. Link in the description as always. There's a villager in here. I came in here earlier, but there's not. So we have a lot of librarians, and then we have there'll be one extra librarian on the end here, one extra stonemason here. So we'll have 3 stonemasons just for mainly for the quartz trade. These haven't been traded with at all yet. Neither of these guys. Anyway, we've got a lot of ones. I think this guy, yeah, this guy is the good mending one. We have another mending one, but we tried to lock them all in with initial trades that were good. So we got 21 emeralds for feather falling 4, which is nice. We also do have a system which drops them down and lets us zombify them. So we can do that in the future as well. Just a lot of other useful things. Wait, did we actually have a normal protection one? Or not? I don't think we have a normal protection one yet, actually. There's the projectile protection. I know we have a blast protection. This guy is still... I don't think he's been locked in. Ooh, Depth Shredder 3 for 15. That was not here when I... This is our original mending guy. And now he's a Depth Shredder guy, apparently. Yeah. That's a really nice one. 16 for breaking through. And so on and so forth. These are the guys that we actually put in here last episode, but they weren't the best. So Cece's gone ahead and swapped them out for a lot better ones. Ones that kind of have the good amount of the trades that we're looking for. Actually, do we? I just realized that none of these have beetroot off the top of my head. Don't. Oh, we need to sort one of these out now. I might move one of these back in, actually. We've got no one that trades beetroot. And we will be harvesting that. There's a beetroot boy. Not a beetroot boy. Wait, why is this boy in? Like the same thing. Yeah. No, there's no beetroot one. We need a beetroot one. God damn it, Cece. Now we are here. We are ready to go ahead and start work. So the idea, or is okay, I'm gonna get a block palette. Got a bunch of wool here just for color coding redstone. Then we have the redstone shulker box. I don't think I actually showed this off. I made this for me and CC. CC's been using his a lot with his villager stuff. Minecarts and stuff. And our building blocks, the ones on the top here. The ones on the bottom just for what I tore out. Because I tore out the parking locks we're going to be using this area. Because Kingsley has not said anything in weeks about coming back. He came on it once. And he hasn't been seen since. But yeah, we're going to use this area. So what the idea of it is, or at least the idea that I have, that I think should work, because the logic behind it sound, I guess. Put that on. So I don't get attacked by any mobs. And so the idea for the tracks is I want to have barrels like this with the rails on top because I think, I mean, okay, you could probably, these are like makeshift rails as they are. The other blocks that I want to go with is acacia log, birch, as well as composters, and I think, and as well as andesite as a kind of flooring to it maybe. Like, I think this is gonna work quite well. I don't really know how exactly I'm gonna use the blocks entirely yet. I kind of want to use birch on the floor as well. But that's the idea of the design wise. As far as function goes, I'm probably gonna get another one of these. So I'm thinking we have two rail lines, like one around here, one around here. And what you'll be able to do is you'll have an item frame, which will have an arrow in it, and it will point to different options around it, being different routes that you can take. Now with this, once it is selected, a thing, I'm going to then, so once you select the location, which will be like labeled on a sign, I will then want you to be able to press a button and request, and then from that it will request a llama from like a little cargo thing, and it will send that llama then with the correct coloring, because I'm going to color the routes. So like we'll have like a green route, a black route, kind of like they would do with bus numbers essentially, and it will request that the correct colored llama and send it into the station after you've pressed the button. So there's basically, it's going to be two conditions. One will be whatever direction this is facing, then once you press a button to confirm it, then it will request the llama, and then it will also, when you press the button, it will also set the track. That's the idea of the function. Then the reason there's going to be two of them is I want one for you going in and zooming around, and I want the other one to be for a cargo route, so if you wanted to transport things like mobs around the place. There'll probably be like an underground path for that, but I want it to connect up to the central station. That's the idea. Now, as far as the actual build of it is concerned, I think, well, we may as well get into it here. I've also got a camera account placed up around there, looking down towards here, for some time-lapsing. I think I'm going to time-lapse it and just kind of get started on it. Alright then, so after a little time lapse there, this is kind of the layout that I wanted to do with it. So we're getting more of an idea, but I do want to start on the redstone as well this episode, because that is going to be something all in of itself. How you say that? Okay, so I remember how it's built. Also got some more stone bricks, because I also need those. That's actually I have slabs in my redstone chest just because slabs are more uniquely useful. I don't actually, I forgot to actually bring proper blocks for building the redstone on, other than the wool, which I do not need at this point. I have repeaters down here, blocks on top of those. Just across the top. Blocks on the front of the. And repeaters into across here. Blocks across the front. And And that's essentially it. Need torches. So I like to... yeah, across there, and then you can... across there. And or across here. That's it. I'm probably going to alternate these, so we go like... yeah. Now as this is rotated, it will change to output on whichever torch. The output is always these ones. But yes, I will be taking the redstone output, whichever one of these torches it is. That's how that's going to work. Now then. On to actually trying to hook this all up, because that's why I have the wool, so I can separate all the signals, and then we also need to make a little cargo bay area where we're actually going to be, you know, taking all the signals from and whatnot. So now with each of these lines, we need to assign them a color. So this is purely for neatness of the build, like neatness of keeping an eye on the redstone. So each one of these will output the signal onto the corresponding wool block. Yeah, then I can keep track of which signal comes out of where. Also with this, much as you need. The house. Farm. Farm. Now with this, I don't. There's so much, like, uncertain. Like, I'm very much unsure on what I am going to be doing with placing the rails, because as you can see, I'm going to be using up a lot of space just getting the redstone around. Now they're off. Redstone. But yeah, this is kind of where it gets a bit complicated, because I need to make sure none of the redstone signals connect up to each other. None of them kind of power anything the other one is powering, which is a pain in the butt, because I've never actually really done any redstone like this. I have to do a bunch of individual signals, and it's going to be weird, but we can do this. So as far as actually laying out a request system, because that's what we're going to be working on today. I want to at least do the requesting. I don't know where I'm going to set up the rails. I'm just thinking, do I want to do it behind here and just open up this to go all the way through? And for the cargo one, we can just have them all on the side here, because there's plenty enough room here to do it. But there's just none of that on the other side. So I think I might do that. I'm just going to go straight through with this. You know, I'm just going to spread them out for now. Find out if I do end up compacting it. I just kind of want to get this redstone functioning. Once I've done that, then I at least know what my limits are in what I can do with it. Strange how that one's facing that way. Right, so we need to put in a button. Now I've been distracted and completely thrown off of what I was doing. We have a button in here now. Run it along like this. Actually, it might be a better idea just to run it underneath, and I'm just not gonna worry about overlapping with redstone. There we go. That works, right? F5. Cool. So with this is it's one of those things that I just don't know how I'm going to even start to compact. Because it's just everything needs to be so close together. I haven't used redstone that much. Like, not like that much, but I've never really tried something like this, so... And my knowledge isn't really the best. Maybe I should try and build it backwards. From front to start, instead. So for each alternating thing, we're going to have them up. Up, down, up, down, up, down, just so we can keep them apart from each other. So that this will power the block beneath, this will power the block behind, beneath, behind, beneath, behind. I think as we need to, I'll build these side by side. What we need is a gate that requires both 2 signals to be on at once. So above these, so I'm just gonna put, there'll be an output redstone torch for the block. How these are made is like this, with a piece of redstone dust on top. I'm just gonna get function down. Exclusively function. There you go, it's not looking pretty. But now when I press this button... Oh, I need to extend the thing. Pulse. Need another repeater. Repeater. That's the problem. Yeah, so now it turns off that torch over there. So when the signal for this one comes through, this block, I need to get some more redstone dust out of the chest. But it goes like this. Minecart over here is the example. Because test. Just making sure this doesn't actually, it does power it. So now that one redstone touches, when I press that, does it want to move? Like, because something's redstone's wrong, or just you don't want to move? Wait, no, I'm a muppet. That's why. There's no dust here. There we go. Hey! And it'll turn itself back on. Then I also need to work on a way of returning it to that position. That's going to be complicated even further. But yes, this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to duplicate this off camera and see if I can try compacting it. Right, so it's been a while. And CC's now got netherite armor. That's not the point. I've compacted it all, and it is it should all be working now. Okay? Should being the key word. Everything's compacted. I've done it like diagonal things so you can see all the cables. Each color cable and whatnot, and I've just got the stone brick on top so the signals don't touch each other. I've also got comparators and stuff so the signals don't interact. But this should work every single time now, hopefully. We're on green. So green, magenta, which is the first one. What we want is each torch to go off at the back without turning off another one. Yellow, blue, light blue, purple, grey, red. Yep. Back to green. I'm gonna go over it again. There's a bit of delay in that one. Because of how long the signal is. Might mess around with that a little bit just to make it more consistent, because, yeah. Changing between these two. Yeah, that one's off for a little bit while it's going. I think it should be fine. That's gonna be it for this bit. We're gonna go work on some other stuff now. Maybe do something with CC. Who knows? Let's see what happens. Right, so with this next clip, I kind of recorded it as if it was some like full main episode thing. So it's really edited down. so it fits within a comfortable episode range. But I hope you enjoys anyway. We're here at our next location. So, you may have been wondering why there's this random half-finished tree on here. Well, that's because I did it a while ago. And today, we're gonna finish off this roof. So, CC didn't really know what to do with it, so he asked me for help. And in his design, he has leaves coming over the edge, so I thought, why not? We do some little garden, jungle-y type thing on the roof. That's what we're doing. And then I'll be filling in this hole as well, since that's been there since episode 1. Yeah, so as far as plans for this, I don't really know. I'm thinking if I kind of just wanna. So in terms of blocks, this is kind of the idea I had. So we've got some stuff for the jungle trees and bushes. Then we've got these flowers and crimson fungus, which I want to try out because with other mushrooms, it does kind of fit with the rest of them, unlike the warped one, which is very a bit like it stands out a bit too much. Hello, guy. Don't know why there's a villager in there now, but the path's done. So now I kind of want to work on bushes, probably more based around the normal Minecraft ones, something a bit like that. I have a couple of smaller bushes around the base, and then fungus. Not bringing the whole thing together, so I want to put down like a little bit of coarse dirt. I just want to have like kind of just root. Lilies. Hello. Speaking of bees, actually, now that you've reminded me, bee. Yes, we will have a couple hives up here for just free roaming bees. You're a tree, and you're a tree, and you're a tree. Maybe I just go with a slightly bigger tree here. Loving the flowers, aren't you? Do maybe some like poppies around here, just kind of on this side, a bit on that side. So as far as the leaves are concerned, the way I build trees, I always do like a base shape. Bring in some leaves down off the edge, maybe. With jungle ones, I like to do this a lot. Here we are, back off the building. So I thought I would actually just show off what this is. Basically, Will has decided to. His base is going to be here, and it's going to be inside of Wigglytuff's guild from Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. But yeah, that's going to be sitting on top of here. I might help him out with the colours in terms of what blocks might be a better thing. But that's going to be up here. And while we're on this topic, the idea is, so with this area here, this large open area, this is going to be a port on this side for a villager town. Will work its way into here. So this guild and Will's base will be part of the town with villagers running around and whatnot. And then this town will also have an entrance over to the zoo area over there. That's I thought I'd mention that future projects. But we have finished with this little area up here. On the roof at least. We'll start hanging vines down. I don't know if CC might do that. But yeah, it's looking nice. So yeah, this is, I like it. I like it. It's got this little open area. They got like a group of wild lilies, some lilacs grouped together. We've got all the mushrooms that I want to try and include around the logs that fallen over, around the trees and stuff. I'm very happy with this. And it just feels so nice to do some terraforming again, because I haven't done it in a while. I think I'm going to add like a little way up here, like just a little ladder that comes up to this level. You can walk up here normally. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I missed a tree. I didn't miss a tree. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next episode. Bye for now.